Here we go. Make that go away. Plumbing live Q&A with Roger Wakefield. That's right. That is me. If you want to learn plumbing by receiving the most information and getting it in the best way, this is the place that you want to be. And as you see from the little stroller moving back and forth, we got a little thing in here. We've got a camera in here. We're going live on TikTok. Roger the Plumbing. I love it. So we're going live on TikTok tonight too, something we normally don't do. So if you believe your opinion matters and you want it to be heard and you want to hear the opinion of others and you want to have a freaking awesome time just hanging out for a couple hours, hour and a half actually, you want to have a great time and you really love your customers, and this is why you do it. Well, I think you're going to like it here. I think you're going to love your options. You're going to love that you get value and you get to bring value to other people. It's not just me. I always have great people in the chat. Like I said, we are on Facebook and YouTube, and now we're over here on TikTok. This is what we do. We get to have fun. We get to have fun talking about plumbing. So if you're on TikTok and you want to make some comments, I'm going to try to look over here every now and then. But what I would recommend, jump over to YouTube, search plumbing, search Roger Wakefield. I'm fixing to start going through questions there. We actually have a pin up at the top. If you've got a question that you want to guarantee gets answered, do me a favor, click on it, go to the top, click on it. It's going to send you over to a Google form. You're just going to fill out some information. That way I know who you are and what you're doing, and we're going to make it happen. So there's the link. If you're over on YouTube or Facebook, we've got it in here. I'm going to jump into the chat and say hello to some people real quick. Miguel Santana says, hey, Roger, love your channel. Thanks for all you do. Question, what is the name of true SEO company you use? Oh, of the SEO company you use? I'm in Houston, Texas. Santana Brothers Plumbing, number one. I love the name of that. The SEO company I use is Develomark. Develmo. Develomark, Develomark. Man, and I'll tell you what, it has really been a good company for me. Those of y'all that know my story, and I'll tell it here in just a minute. I am pulling it up right now just to make sure that I give you the right company, the right place, and all that. And this is it. So I am going to copy that link right there. I'm going to paste that here in the chat. So y'all will have that too. All I say is if you go over and talk to Ruwan, tell him I said hello. He is a good guy. As you see, oops, there's the one I want to go to. As you see, I've got my slider going today. If it rolls over here in front of the phone and, understand, I've got TikTok in the house tonight. So this is pretty cool. Roger, I have a new home, 4 kids. 1-year-old septic keeps backing up, coming up in the yards. What I would tell you is get your septic tank pumped out. If you hadn't done it yet, you may want to. All right. So Miguel, man, I put that link in there. I hope that helps you out. All I got to tell you is, look, Ruwan is fantastic. I think he's good at what he does. And man, he helped me out a lot. Laney Kesner, how are you? Good to see you in here. I hope everything is going well today. Victor Fuentes says, hey, Roger, what's up? Love your vids. Man, I have fun doing what I get to do. All right, that phone's kind of messing me up here on the screen. Victor Fuentes, man, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Not just you, man, we got a lot of people on TikTok on here. So anyway, I love what I get to do. I get to talk plumbing. I get to help people get into the trades. I get to help people grow. I get to help people start their own company. I get to help people learn to do the things that I do in social media. Mark Sturdy says, I need to get used to plumbing sales. My plumbing skills are there, but I still get scared with numbers. Mark, here's what I'll tell you. And really, I do. I love that this question's in here. Mark, I don't ever look at it as sales. I look at what we do as I've got the ability to give them options. If they've got a problem and I can give them an option, give them 3 options actually. What that does is, man, it makes my life good because all I'm doing is telling them, look, this is the Band-Aid that will fix this problem today. Maybe it's a flapper for a toilet. Here's what you could do. You could completely rebuild this toilet and make it work like it was brand new the day you bought it. Or I would tell them what I would do is probably upgrade to a new toilet that is probably more high efficient. It's going to save you water and you're not going to have any problems at all because it's built like a toilet should be today. And I think those are 3 of the greatest options you can give people, Mark. So I love it. I think it's fantastic. Anybody in here, I would tell y'all, jump up to the top, click the link, go over to the forum, ask your question. I guarantee I will get to any and all of those. Over here in the chat, I try, but a lot of times I jump out. When I jump back in, it's moved on me. If I get there, I get there. So Goku says, I'm about to get out of the military, and there's a commercial plumbing company with PHCC that I think I'm going to work for. I plan on using my GI Bill during my apprenticeship. Wish me luck. Number 1, Son Goku, thank you very much for your service. What I'll tell you is, man, you got a great opportunity. I love to get people out of the service. The reason being, I know that they're going to come in and they're going to have a good work ethic. And if they will come in and try to learn and try to grow, those are normally the best tradesmen I ever see. So, man, again, congratulations. Thank you for your service. And I do appreciate that. But, man, I hope that it works out for you. And you said, where are you looking at moving to? Just out of curiosity. Christopher Porter says Texas State Technical College in Waco now has a plumbing associate's degree. Absolutely. I was actually involved down there. I got to go to the grand opening and see that. I actually have a video, Christopher, where I show you behind the scenes of the Texas plumbing exam because it's the dollhouse. It's everything down there. It's amazing. I got friends in the house. Magnolia Barrett, or Ashley Barrett Jackson. How are you? Magnolia Plumbing and AC down in Shreveport. Good to have you in here. Stonek Nidovu says, I'm a plumbing contractor. So if you're a plumbing contractor, not a licensed plumber, I'm assuming that's out in California or something like that, because I know their owners have to be plumbing contractors. So good for you. John Rickett says, I have a septic system. My bathroom has gas from the tanks coming back through it only when I run a faucet. What could that be? Man, that's kind of crazy because when you run a faucet, it should fill up your P-trap. So even if the trap was dry, it shouldn't be a problem. I want to jump over here and say hello to everybody in TikTok. Yes, we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. And I just want to say hello to y'all. I hope everything's going good. Jay Horton says, what would you recommend for a good floor heating system for a car wash? My current system is Lochinvar 399 kilovolts BTU system, a 399,000 BTU system. So you've got a full-blown boiler. So, man, for a floor heating system, number 1, I'm not sure why you want a floor heating system for a car wash unless you're where it freezes. But, man, that's pretty interesting. If y'all are in TikTok, man, say hello and tell some other people out there that we're doing this live right now. I got one right here, Rolling with Bass. Says, I'm a plumber myself in San Francisco. Good for you, and welcome to the show. So back over here in the chat, yes, I did put a link to Developmark in there. Anybody looking for a website, Develop Mark is the company that actually stepped up and did a great job for me. The Kashitaki 31, thoughts on the new Navion tankless they just released. Actually, I have not seen it yet. Haven't even got to check it out yet. Brian Paris says, hey, Roger, I enjoy your videos, educational and entertaining as well. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. All right, we're already over 50 subscribers, so I'm going to ask y'all, if you would, please drop a note in the chat. Where are you and what do you do? If you're a plumber from Richardson, Texas, man, put that in there. Man, got some in here from Ireland. Chowan 109 says, also a plumber here from Ireland. Good to see you. MEP designer here. Looks like Joshua 828. How's everybody in TikTok land doing today? Great to see you. Victor Fuentes says, question, is work slow in your area for plumbing? I'm in Atlanta and it's slow at the moment. Brother, all I tell you is it ain't slow here. Every plumbing company I know in Texas, every HVAC company, because I'm involved with Rescue Air, it'll pop up here in a minute. I'm part owner of Rescue Air and Texas Green Plumbing. And I got to tell you, man, it's not slow here at all. So yeah, tell me where you're at and what you do. And I see it over here in the live. I'll catch up with y'all here in just a moment. Says Victor, it's slow here now because parts. And parts shouldn't be the only reason. I mean, if you can't get a part for a water heater or something, I can understand that, but that really shouldn't slow you down. People are still needing faucets and toilets and this and that. So, man, Rapunzel 1212 says, I tell them that I can't throw pennies at this problem, Roger. You know, and a lot of times you ask people, what did you think it would be worth? And man, when they start thinking about it and you just tell them, well, look, this is involved, this is involved, this is involved, a lot of times they'll understand that. Gina Crawley in the house, how are you? Says, I enjoyed your channel. I share your post with my husband, who's a superintendent, and his son, who's an apprentice electrician. Gina, look, I think that's wonderful because we talk the trades. It's not just plumbing. I mean, don't get me wrong. We built this as a plumbing channel and started growing it as such. But what I'll tell you is it started out growing to grow a plumbing company. Then we started realizing we've got more plumbers that get in here than anything else. So we kind of shifted from a plumbing company to now we're talking to plumbers, teaching them how to get better. Then we realized it's not just plumbers, it's electricians, HVAC techs, and roofers. So we got a little bit of everybody in there, and we try to help them out. So thank you very much. Shane Kippenberger says, what's the easiest way to get into plumbing? Been having a hard time getting into the union. Well, first of all, Shane, I would tell you to go to my channel, look up on the top right-hand side on the homepage, find out what kind of plumber you want to be. The reason being that there are, I say there's 6 different options. I know I'm holding up 4 fingers. You've got union, non-union. You've got commercial, residential. You have service and new construction. So there's 6 different ways you can go in. And what I tell people is you need to figure out which one's right for you. We all lack certain things, or we specialize in certain things or whatnot. And we didn't in the beginning. We had to learn it. But man, getting in and learning what you're doing is fun. But if you're learning repair and you hate it, you're not going to like it. So I tell people to do a little bit of research, figure out, number one, is plumbing the right trade for them? But also, do you want to do new construction? Do you want to do service? Do you want to do residential? Do you want to do commercial? Do you want to be union? Do you want to be non-union? And I ask that because I've done a little bit of all of it. So I'm very, very familiar with it. And Sean Strong says service plumbing is for heroes. Good to see you in here, brother. All right. So we got Son Goku in Sacramento, California. Sean Strong, good to see you. Happy Monday to you. Jocelyn Bessalone, how are you? When is our next truck yard trip? You know what? We did that last Saturday. Man, we're going to start doing that, I think, the last Saturday of every month. I've got to check my schedule, but I tell you, we probably had 40 people show up this time. It was pretty neat. We had a good crowd. Got to bring some leak detection equipment in and talk to Ricky Belt, who was there. Dustin DeWeese was there. They kind of helped me put it on and tell people about it. If you're not connected with those guys, you should. And as Sean says, we've got a subreddit and a Discord group that are absolutely killing it. So 2 places y'all may want to check out, sign up, join, and follow. Sorry about that. Ben Altman said 4th year apprentice with Ray Wiggins through PHCC. What is one thing I need to know when I get my license? I think the biggest thing that everybody needs to know, and this is big, Ben, because I think so many people forget about it, but never stop learning. When you get into the trade, learning and continuing learning is what's going to help set you apart from everybody else. So jumping over into the forum responses. I've got one in here. Let me click on this. Looks like there's some more now. Ahmed says, would you say that residential plumbing is more for extroverts while commercial for introverts? Also, I'm moving back to my hometown, Sacramento. Here's what I tell you. I don't think introverts and extroverts, I really don't think it matters. I understand why you're asking, though. Residential plumbing, you've got to talk to the customer and you've got to be able to talk to them. And some people can't. And if you're an introvert, I guess that makes sense. Me, man, I could talk to everybody, but I was also good at commercial too. So it's kind of funny. All right, let's see here. What do you prefer? Tinning, flux, or paste? I love paste. Amen. 3rd year apprentice here. San Antonio, working on getting GED. Good for you. MEP designer. All right, we got a few people over here in TikTok. It says, had a mad day today fixing a soil stack that wasn't attached to the wall. Yeah, that can be a lot of fun. So as y'all see, we're doing something a little different. We're also jumping in TikTok tonight. Christopher Porter says, yes, it is amazing. I am one of the plumbing instructors on campus. There you go. Our AAS program, upon completion, a student can take their journeyman exam. I love that. Cheeto says, do you guys use core drillers? I don't, because I'm doing mainly residential. We don't do that much core drilling. When I was commercial with brand engineering, Beard Mechanical, yeah, we did. Lynn says, I love your video. I think you could substitute plumbing business with any other trade company. Lynn, what I want to tell you about this is that's why we're doing the different things we're doing. We've got a completely different YouTube channel, and I'm going to put the link in here as soon as I can find it. I think you're 100% right. I think that we could literally talk about anything. And what's going to be neat about it is it's such a big deal because you can take what we do and change it to fit anything. So I'm putting this down here in the comments. That is a link to the other channel. Anybody wants to go subscribe, please do. What I'll tell you is we're going to use this channel, the other one, to communicate with all the trades. I'm wanting to interview different people for podcasts, plumbers, electricians, HVAC techs, and roofers, because I agree, just like you just said, Lynn. What we do, the way we talk about it, you take what I talk about getting better, you can take that in any business that you want to. All right. The Kakashi Shiataki says, I think it's the MPE2. Chito Morales is a plumber in Modesta. Terry Teague in Lakeland, Florida, a plumber. I love that. Ben Altman, BTW, Mangum, Louisiana. I love Louisiana. I love the food down there, but y'all know that. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, service technician. And that is the Kakashi Hataki 331 AG says, "Hey Roger, how would you start if you really didn't have experience in plumbing and wanted to start in a trade?" Number one, you're in a right spot. You're already learning things. But what I would tell you is you need to figure out which trade you want to be in. And I've got that free course over there to help people figure it out. What trade do you want to be in? Do you want to do residential or commercial, service or new construction? Once you figure that out, it'll help you. Safael, welcome back to the show. This question, do you know why PEX A has been in very short supply? Man, there's a lot of things in short supply, and I know y'all know that. We're having a problem because we got boats stuck out in the water that can't get to a dock and get unloaded. There's a lot of problems. We'll jump over here in TikTok real quick. Yes, we're on TikTok tonight too. Only on a race says, had a mad day. Saw that one a while ago. R1400. It's true that in the UK, more important to make connections than being a good plumber. That's why I teach people how to get out and network. And if people would get out and learn to network, it would completely change their world. Invite Inspector AJ, what's up? I love it. Okay, so if y'all have not seen Inspector AJ, and brother, if I could invite you in here and put you on YouTube, I probably would. If y'all have not seen Inspector AJ's channel, go check it out. Love watching what he's doing over on TikTok. All right. Good to see you in here, brother. Is an expansion tank the only way to get rid of banging pipes? No, you could actually call the plumber that installed them originally and ask them to come back and secure them. It's probably going to be one of your easiest ways, but that is not going to guarantee that happens. You may have to open up walls and secure the pipes. I hate to tell you that, but your plumber who installed them didn't do as good a job as he should have. Science Man 96 Games says, build a toilet fountain with a bathtub. Redneck fountain. There you go. There's a video idea. That's actually pretty good. HVAC Tech in Phoenix for Sulky 86. Good to see you as always. Kakshitaki 31, work in a company that does HVAC, solar, new construction, plumbing, and service. Now, and that's a good thing too. And think about this. We got people saying, I'd like to find a way to get in the trades. What if you got in a trade that did multiple infinities? Now you have an opportunity to learn other things. That makes it all worthwhile right there. Sean says, plumbing didn't slow down. People always need plumbing, and that's called job security. And we're working on a video right now. I went camping in a tent. It was a nice tent. It had plumbing in it, so it was really, really nice. And I realized this while I was there. I thought, man, plumbing is necessary. Makes me part of the necessity situation in life. Here's why. There was a toilet, there was a shower, there was a lavatory in there. There was no HVAC. There was a wood burning stove over in the corner, but everybody needs that. There was no electrical in there. So plumbing, the number one trade. I love it. CJ Carter says, I'm an apprentice without a plumber out of Idaho. With a plumber out of Idaho. I started school first year in September. Congratulations to you, CJ. Number one, man, stay involved with us and let us know how it goes. Do you love school? I really wish I'd have gone through an apprentice training program because I would have been like that student that just became a sponge. So, man, I love it. Okay, tankless back orders. Okay, I get that. That's understandable. Sean Strong says service plumbing is for heroes. Amen. Non-union residential service, good vibes. And the reason I say that, normally I tell people, and so okay, I want to say this because normally I tell people, figure out if you want to be commercial or residential, service or new construction. Because if they want to be commercial construction, I may tell them, look, the union may be the best thing for you, as long as you never want to work for yourself or anything. So there's always ways around everything. But once you know where you want to be, what you want to do, and how you want to do it, it makes it a lot different. once you know you want to be commercial and construction, I may tell somebody, look, the union is going to be the best thing. The union pays good. The union has good benefits. There's a lot of good things about it. Just if you own a residential service company in Dallas and they don't help and support you, it's not a good thing. Doja 17 is an expansion tank. Got that one. Hot water side. Got that. Hot water's not working and the pilot keeps going out. What's happening? It could be a thermal coupling. It could be a gas control valve. Those are probably your two biggest things right there. Check your warranty. See how old the warranty is. You may be able to just get a replacement part. Do you work on a lot of pumps? Shallow well, new pump, new, check it, still no water. Man, I don't work on a lot of pumps because we don't have a lot of shallow wells here in the Dallas area. We don't have a lot of wells in the Dallas area. We do have some sump pumps. I've worked on some of them, but not a lot. Yes, as y'all see, we are in TikTok too. Good afternoon, Sean Cook, 33. What's up, brother? Good to see you. As a plumber, how often do you come across mold? You know, believe it or not, as a plumber, guys, we come across mold every day. When you walk in houses, chances are there's mold in the ductwork. There's mold around the water heater somewhere if they've ever had a leak of any kind. If they've ever had a leak of any kind in the house, chances are there's mold. You just got to make sure you communicate with your customers right and let them know. If you're part of an HVAC company, you might actually shine your light up in the vent and say, hey, have y'all seen this in here? Inspector AJ, if you're still in here, you got anything to say about that? What do you do when you come across mold? I've seen your videos, so I know you're at least honest about it. Shiitake 331 says, love sewer calls. Jacqueline says, I missed it. Busy moving into the new house. See you at the next one. Guys, anybody, if y'all are ever in Dallas towards the end of the month, last Saturday of the month, we're trying to host a big networking event with all the trades. So just wanted to invite y'all to it. Baron Guitar says, thanks, Roger. Thanks for the advice. Do your best. If you aren't doing your best, ask yourself why and never stop learning. Amen. Jay Horton says, we own and manage a car wash in Colorado Springs. That's why. I maintain all systems myself. I was curious if there are high efficiency floor heat systems. Reliability is extremely important. Okay, so now that I know that, what I'm going to tell you, Jay Horton, I've got a friend at All Reds Plumbing and Radiant Heating in Seattle, Washington. I would call him. He does a lot with radiant floor heat. And guys, that's why I always ask. Look, I don't know every answer, but I know a lot of people that I can talk to. So, man, that's who I would call. Michael Catwaro. I did do that right. Michael Catwaro. How to open a door without a key. You talking a front door? You talking a locked bathroom door? Man, a lot of them here. Okay, Taki 331 says, do you use our leak detection equipment? I don't. I use audio. I want to hear it. Man, my problem with, say, a hot water leak. If that hot water leak is 1.5 feet under the slab and the path of resistance is taking it to an exit point this way, and it gets up to the slab about 12 feet over, it's going to get me way off because that R is not going to go straight through 2 feet of cold mud to get down to the warm. So I don't like them enough. I like the sound. I think it's phenomenal. NASCAR Turtle 2011 says, Roger, I need help now. I ain't no plumbing expert, but why is the water in my toilet dripping down like hot water comes down to refill after you flush toilet? Well, if it's hot water, that means you got to cross the water line somewhere, or the plumber ran hot water. That's a no-no. All right. Being in Texas, how do you deal with creepy crawlers under houses? Do they not freak you out? I'm not going to say they don't freak me out, but man, it is what it is. We're in their world for a little while. We need to enjoy it. Maybe not. Jonathan Garcia, how are you? Good to see you in here today. All right, all right. Daniel Gomez, my brother from another mother. Good to see you in here. Matt, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are blessed to be plumbers. I got to tell you what, I truthfully feel that way. And I don't know how many of y'all do, but man, I literally I laugh sometimes because it's like, man, I am living the most wonderful life I could have ever imagined. Now, I want to remind you all there's a link up top. If you have questions, please click on that link. I guarantee you I will get in and answer all those. I'm going to try to get through these in the chat. I don't always, but if you put it over in the forum, I guarantee I'll get over there. So, yes, Matt, we are, I think I'm beyond blessed. I am so lucky that I got into a trade that I love, something I love doing each and every day. And I get to do the things I get to do, especially now that I've grown and now I'm helping recruit people into the trades. That to me is phenomenal. Matt Case says, what would be the most ideal? Learning commercial or residential first, or does it really matter? You know, the only thing I would say is if you're learning commercial first, hopefully you're either in the union or PHCC, so you're getting some plumbing education. Now, I'm lucky because I did commercial first, but then the first residential condos that I worked with were two of the best plumbers I've ever known. And I learned so many things from them that, man, I think that helped make me a better plumber. I don't know, guys, y'all that are in here, Sean, I think I saw Joseph Lalibert in here. Who else in here that are plumbers? If you're a plumber, do you think it's better to start out commercial or residential? Banjo Ben, electrical better. No way. Look, I have no problem with electrical. If that would have been what my best friend's dad and three brothers were doing, I'd probably be an electrician right now. All right. Back on TikTok, maintenance is fun. Absolutely. I'm 19, trying to start my plumbing career, but plumbing companies are not giving me a chance. Juan Montero. All I'll tell you one is look, here's what I would do. If you want to do commercial, go downtown, drive around, look for the tower cranes, see who's doing the most work down there. If you see a new job starting up, go in and ask to speak to the construction manager, find out who the plumbing contractor is. Then you know who to talk to. If you want to be residential, you want to do residential service, watch TV and see who's running commercials. Then go by and talk to them. Man, we need plumbers all across the United States. So I would say most companies are hiring. They're just looking for the right people to hire. You got to remember, when somebody's hiring, they're not just, hey, we're just looking for people. They're looking for people to fill a bill, meaning they want somebody who seems sharp. Somebody seems like they're a hard worker. Somebody who comes in and dresses professional. There's a lot of different things, but you've got to remember that they're not just hiring people that walk in the door. They have a need. They are looking for someone special. You need to present yourself as that someone special. Inbarn said, is commercial work versus residential better for family men or women who want a better balanced work life? Man, again, commercial may be better than that, better for that, just because, well, normally there's a set schedule. Residential service is about the same way. They've got a set schedule. They try to get everybody off at a certain time. But even commercial, if we've got a job behind, I may come the whole crew and say, hey, guys, I need you in Saturday. So it can go either way. Commercial probably gives you more opportunity to be at home on time, though. Just being honest. Brother Joseph Lalibert in the house. I hope you are doing well. Trevor Street says, I got a question. How do you clean out a sink overflow bathroom? Very sticky. Man, I always just take it apart, clean it all out, put it back together. I've actually made a video teaching people how to do that. You take that thing apart and clean it right, you're good. It looks like brand new again. Sean says, I was teasing an Inspector AJ once, and he couldn't tell I wasn't serious. It's hard to convey tone through text. Man, through text, through TikTok, anywhere. Look, if y'all are not following Inspector AJ over on TikTok, you should. The guy's good, and he's got a great attitude about it. So I thoroughly enjoy watching his stuff. So who Nick Ephraim says, what do you think about same people they installed botted at washroom high riser? Not sure what you mean there. Plumbing in a tent. Man, I'm telling you, we're working on the video, so I'm going to have proof. Len Montesino says, I just ordered a how to fix cars to see if I like it before I go to the automotive trade school. Man, do a little research. Get online and watch a mechanic work. Watch some of the automotive rebuild TV shows on the weekend. If you're hearing TikTok, y'all tell me, where are you at and what do you do? And I did this on YouTube a while ago, but where are you at and what do you do? Are you a plumber? Are you an inspector? And what part of the country are you in? Maintenance is fun. Man, I always wanted to be a maintenance man when I was growing up. I just wanted a good deal on an apartment. So I do. I like it very much, I promise. Man, I got a lot of questions coming in over here. Plumbing houses with Vega, it works. The metal block, I think those are a good idea. Do you do fire suppression systems? I have in the past, not anymore. Not trying to start my plumbing career. You will get a chance. Would I ever need to replace a furnace because my AC needs to be replaced? Here in Texas, the AC and furnace are built together. Start your plumbing career. We already did that. Roger, if I'm a licensed plumber in Canada, what will be the process to be USA licensed? If you want to come to Texas, you need to go to Texas, probably any state. Find out what the AHJ, the authority having jurisdiction, what are their requirements? Do you need to test? Do you need to just prove you have a license, the hours and whatnot? I mean, it's different all around the United States. Have a house that sits far off the road. Tap for sewage isn't much of a downgrade. Tap for sewage isn't much of a... Man, it is what it is. Apparently, it's down enough that they were able to build the house and get it inspected. If you're really having problems, you might check with the city. They may need to dig it up. Did they drop down in the top at a 45 at the side? You may need to get a new tap if you need to lower it because you're wanting to add something or get more fall. All right. Corbin Netting 539 says hello. Fernco or Clampall? I like Fernco. I like Ferncos. I like the shear bands. I like the Fernco with the stainless band around it. 18 years in plumbing, 36, specialize in industrial and commercial. I love it. You did some great plumbing videos. Thank you. Man, it just jumped on me. It says, what did you do for work? What would you do for work if you got laid off? Man, I'm lucky. I've never got laid off, but I think it's because I love what I do. Only my wife and I in 20-year-old house been pumping septic every 5 years. That seems reasonable. I'm going to say probably, but I don't do septic, so I'd probably be lying. No, I don't know. I wish I did. Diesel mechanic. I love that. Emory, Texas journeyman plumber. Texas plumber here. I love it. Houston, Texas RMP. How are you doing, Roger? I am doing fantastic. And that is Jake Plumber, RMZ Plumbing. John Copeland 828. J Moore 022. Jonathan Sanchez 6969. Lucky guy 2 times. I'm doing fantastic. Jake the plumber says wife and I got that. Chad Beagle, Kentucky plumber here. From one Wakefield to another, just had to say haha from South Texas. Wake the Snake, how are you doing? Got to be smarter than it to be a plumber. That's probably true. So, man, look, we got a lot of plumbers there, so this is really cool. And I love the fact, like, it ain't just me answering the questions. Thank God I got Sean in here. He gives me the right answer. What kind of tents were you staying? Man, I got to tell you, I went to a place called Under the Canvas Acadia. It was freaking cool. I mean, I stayed in a tent that was probably 450 square feet, if I'm guessing. Probably 30 feet long, 15 feet wide. Had a king-size bed in it, had a wood-burning stove, a toilet, a shower with a tankless water heater, a lavatory. It was amazing. Man, I would do that again in a heartbeat. Any of y'all ever gone glamping, gone camping in a tent like that? Because I'm telling you, it is one of the coolest things I've ever done. Colton Casada says, Joseph Lalibert, howdy, what's up? High Peaks Home says, no matter how much you know, there's always room to learn more. Amen. Man, I got to tell you, and I love that because I do. I tell people all the time, no matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing, you can learn your way up. If you're an apprentice, you can learn to be a journeyman. If you're a journeyman, you can learn to be a foreman, a superintendent, project manager, director of operations, whatever you want to be. The opportunities are there if you want to do it. Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to do it? And man, a lot of people, and I want y'all to think about this. A lot of tradesmen, we get our license and we stop learning. We get our license and it's like, okay, I'm a plumber now. That's what I got in the trade to do. I got in the trade to become a plumber. And they stopped learning. I know I did. I stopped for about 13 years, 14 years. I was a plumber. I was making money. You know, Jim Collins talks about it in the book, Good to Great. I was living a good life. I was making a living. I was paying bills, most of them, some of them, maybe part of them. But I was paying bills. Then I started moving up to be a foreman, a superintendent, a director of operations. I started living life. Wasn't just paying bills. I was going on vacation. Wasn't just paying bills and going on vacation. I was having fun. We can learn our way up from anywhere that we're at. Even if you're a business owner, you can learn your way up to make more money, to make bigger margins. So I love this. There's always room to learn more. High Peaks Home, thank you very much. Robbie Elizaris says, Elizaris. Almost messed me up there, didn't you? Says, I'm a residential new construction apprentice plumber from Sarasota, Florida. Started about 2 months ago. I'm loving it. Looking to get into the plumbing program soon. Your videos are awesome. Robbie, thank you very much. And I'll tell you what, you live in a very beautiful town. I went out there. I'm part of an organization called Nexstar. And I went out, flew into Tampa, drove up to Sarasota. And man, I got to tell you, y'all got it going on up there. It was a lot of fun. Actually stayed or not stayed. We had a Airbnb there, but I was out at the marina out there. Man, ate out on the water. Man, y'all got some boats. I don't mean no little John boat like we got down here. Y'all got some boats. But I am headed to Miami on vacation, so I'm gonna get to see some there too. Derek Pearson says, do you wear rubber cleaning gloves to clean your bathroom? No, I don't. Number one, what's in my bathroom is mine. It came out of me. I ain't worried about it. That may be the wrong answer. I'm sorry. Ryan Yoshimoto says, I see the UA on your shirt. Did you decide to sign signatory to the union? So, man, good catch, Ryan. Actually, the answer is no. I got in the union in 97. So when I talk to people about getting in the union, when I talk to, I don't know who did that. I decided to get in the union in 97. So I'd already been plumbing for 17 years. And I got in the union and I started learning and started growing. But then I started my own company. I started my own residential service company. And here in Dallas, they really don't do residential service. Matter of fact, even when I'd hire people and tell them to go down there and fill in paperwork, they go and say, yeah, I'm here about the residential service. They say, yeah, we don't do that. It's like, thanks for all the support. So anyway, yeah, I got it out of it. But it is what it is. Look, the union did good things. They taught me a lot. I got to become an instructor, an educator, a trainer. Love that. I wouldn't take that back for anything. All right. Got Robbie right there. Bilga says that mustache is legendary. Man, I got to tell you that's why we brand with it. If y'all hadn't seen it, you know, we do. We brand everything with it. Now that I got this up here. Over on TikTok, if y'all hadn't seen it, the brand, the Yetis, this is what we do. This is how we have fun. All right. Let me look over here at comments. Got that one. Got to be smarter. Colt N says, how much would you pay an apprentice that has over 4,000 hours but has no license? Man, having no license part worries me. I mean, that's 2 years experience. I'd say, look, let me teach you to become a tradesman, and we'll see what we can do. Colt says, let me on the live with you and judge my rough end. Colt, I don't let anybody on the live that I don't know. Sorry, but that's something we're going to start doing on our YouTube for our members. Anybody who's a member on our YouTube channel, and I noticed that we've got some in here. Joseph Lalibert throwing up the symbols right there. We're going to start doing a live stream just for them. We're going to start doing a live stream that they get to chat only, like the first half of this, and maybe they only get to chat and ask questions. And then from there, we're going to do just a private live call where we just sit and talk. Sean says hello to Colton. Good to see him in here. I love that. Corey Saylor says local mold company gives $200 referral bonuses, so I send mold their way. Yeah, water mitigation companies, that they do. They want you to tell people about them and their product. So, and look, there's some good people out there doing it. So it can be really, really good. Braden Chard, hello. How are you doing? From Canada. It's really funny. I communicate with as many people, I think, from Canada as I do from the United States. Now, I didn't see a lot of Canadians in the TikTok, but man, in the live stream over on YouTube, over on Facebook, everywhere we're at, which YouTube is probably where we get the most engagement in things. But man, there's a lot of Canadians that either like what we're doing, they've heard about us, they reach out and say hello, all kinds of different things. No key, real kick hard for a window. Yeah, kick real hard. NASCAR Turtle 2011 says, it's not hot water. I meant how it's like when you flush a toilet. Okay. May want to kick that one hard too. No, I'm joking. All right. Boy, a lot of them came in. Hello from West Virginia. Tommy WV Catcher. Dalton X Davis says, I do HVAC test and balance. Ronald 610 says, as a DIYer, greatly appreciate your info. Thank you. Jesus this dude. Make sure I get this right. Jesus Sedusa says, I'm a third-year apprentice doing union commercial service in DT, downtown LA. Very tough and challenging work. Diesel Wolfgang says, hello, Roger from Indiana. How are you? Good to see you in here. Why don't plumbers ever put the clean out caps on RTU condensate lines? Well, I have no idea. An RTU condensate line. Yeah, I really don't know. Would a company that acts as a salesman for plumbers provide value, getting guys more jobs? Would a company that acts as a salesman? It all depends. Yeah, and yeah, Dalton, I was in the union. It all depends. Some plumbing companies have salespeople, and that keeps their entire department busy. There are some good people out there, but then again, I mean, we got rid of a plumbing manager that, man, he's full of it. He BS's people. He's not honest. We even helped him get another job. He got fired from it for not being honest there. So you got to be careful about hiring just salespeople. So just salespeople want to work commission only. So they'll go in and tell anybody anything. You got to be really careful. Trevor Steve says, what causes a gas hot water tank to creak when in use? It's almost like the liner's moving against the tank. Look, water heaters make noise. They do. They make all kinds of good noises. Sean Strong says, if it's got legs, it doesn't bother me much, but if it slithers, I want nothing to do with it. Brother, I've seen spiders scare the mess out of me. Michael, the comedian, says, I'm trying to get on as a plumber's apprentice in Round Rock, Texas. It's hard. And if you do what I talked about a while ago, Michael, are there any service plumbing companies advertising on TV? If there are, it's a great way to get in. Go ring their doorbell, knock on the door. Hey man, I say y'all are advertising. Y'all are the kind of company I want to work for. If you need to go to downtown Austin, go downtown Austin and say, hey, I saw 3 tower cranes here. Who's the mechanical contractor on this job? Find out who's doing the plumbing and see what you can do. Sean Strong says the subreddit and Discord are great places for questions too. You can share pictures and videos that help get answers. And look, Sean is rocking it over there, y'all. What a great guy. I'll only say that once, Sean, just letting you know. Jacob Molinari says, hey, Roger, I'm a licensed plumber in Canada. Would be best steps coming licensed in the USA. I think I talked about that one a while ago. Man, find out where you want to move to and then find out what it takes to get a license there. Chris King says, have 2 interviews for residential plumber tomorrow. Any advice? Yeah, do your research. Know about the plumbing company. Know everything you can know about it. Know what kind of jobs they've done. What is their mission and vision statement? Who do they want to help and why do they want to help them? If you can know stuff like that, you're doing fantastic. Commercial helps you understand what is behind the wall. Service helps you understand the best way to put it in the wall for future service. Both are good places to start. And even if you do residential new construction, whether it's commercial or residential, is going to help you learn how to plumb. Trey Teague says, better start in residential. The troubleshooting and honing your people skills will take you very far. Not a whole lot of people interact in commercial, and they don't until you move up. If you're a foreman or superintendent, then you've got to talk to the superintendent. You have to literally communicate with them. They are your customer, and if you're not communicating with them, well, then you got a problem. Nate Starr, how are you doing today? Good to see you in here. Sean says emergency calls are when you make money. Doesn't matter what time or if it's a holiday, plumbing doesn't care. Jeff Newport says, I've been doing maintenance for years, love plumbing, but not certified. What age is too old to start a plumbing career? Jeff, man, that's really up to you. And I say it's up to Shark Bite Hulk Hogan. Did you really? Grandmaster Grubby, come on, man. Boy, I'm sorry. I skipped a whole lot of them just because of that. Every video I tell them up front, I don't deal with snakes. Same issue with sales. Yeah, it's easy. Roger, love your videos. Just wondering why a house runs out of hot water. Hot water here is too small. It's too old. It's clogged. A bunch of different things it can be. Jesus said USA, Japan. There you go. So back over here, Jeff, here's the deal. I had an apprentice that was 55 years old when I was an instructor in the union. 55, okay? With a 55-year-old apprentice in there, man, and he's there every day. He can handle it. It's up to individual people. I can't tell you what's too old. You've got to tell yourself what's too old, not me. Speaking of holidays, I know, man, we got to look at Sean. Tomorrow's his birthday. Man, I'm going to have to remember that. I need to, I can't take a picture. I'm using my phone for TikTok, but that's a good thing. We need to remember that, everybody. Tomorrow is Sean's birthday. All he wants is for everybody to join the subreddit and the Discord and remind him he's getting older. So there's the link. I love it. I'm going to go ahead and pin that up to the top there, I think. I start it, so hopefully that's what that does. Ray 1530. And Sean, if I don't talk to you tomorrow, happy birthday, brother. Ray 1530 says, residential boss switched to commercial after getting my journeyman. Best decision I made for plumbing career. Jeremy the Coaster says, I have been in refrigeration HVAC tech for 20 years now at 47, newly disabled. Do you think an instructor is something a disabled person could do? Probably so. And Jeremy, again, I'm not going to tell you what you can or can't do. Let me ask you, could you do it? Could you go in? Could you teach people? Can you teach them the things they need to know? I would think yes, but I don't know. Man, I don't know what you can or can't do. Man, I'd love to find out though. I think that is a great idea. So, man, I do. I like the way you're thinking. Callum Highland says, "Hey Roger, going into the trade soon from Ireland. Number one, thanks for jumping in here. And okay, so you said into the trade. So, do you mean plumbing? Because there's a lot of trades. Uh, and I just ask because look, I love plumbing. There's a lot of other trades, but I think plumbing is the best. Jeremy DeCoster says, I'm from Maine. Not too many jobs for instructors up here. Really to be an instructor, you're gonna have to be involved with PHCC. You're gonna have to be involved with the United Association. There may be some other places up there, but that's probably gonna be the biggest ones. You may have a technical college, something like that. The 360 electrician says, electricians, this is how you level up, get to know the other trades, refer each other, and you will always have work. Man, I love your attitude because I completely agree. And look, and I love that you're an electrician because we talk trash about each other all the time. But man, at the end of the day, we love what each other does. Some of my best friends are electricians. I've got people I've done collabs with on here that are electricians. I've got roofers and HVAC technicians I have the same relationship with. Man, it's a great thing. And God, you're so right. Figure out what the other trades are doing. Figure out how they do it. Figure out what I can learn from you that I can get better. And man, it is just huge. Man, that made my day. Thank you. The man says plumbing isn't going anywhere. It's essential for society. You will always be able to find work. Amen. And guys, think about that. When all the lockdown, when everything was happening, we were still plumbing all the time. Callum Howland says, my question, is there any threat to AI or robots taking over the plumbing industry in the future? I'm sure somewhere down in the future, they're going to be able to do a lot of it. But the good thing about it is, and look, my buddy who helped talk me into getting into plumbing in 1980, that was one of the conversations that night. Man, robots will never be able to do plumbing. Well, I think the more we're learning about, the more we see, yeah, they're probably going to be able to one day. It just ain't today. Yeah, I got you right there. Greetings from the Drain Doctor in Kansas. Justice for all. Good to see you. I like this. Nate Starr says, hello, Roger. What do you know about the Star Plumbing Mastery Certification through NITC? I have a state license in Ohio and was thinking about going for it. Nate, what I'll tell you is I've passed the Star Mastery for plumbing and the Star Mastery for pipe fitting. I think it's a great thing. It was a good test. It is very broad. There's a lot you have to know and understand, but I'm actually UA Star certified in both of those. And I ought to bring them up here because I've got some cool stickers. I've got some cool patches. Nate, I think it's phenomenal. So anytime you can do something like that helps give you a certification, anything to set you apart from everybody else, I think it's well worth it. Dwayne Simmons says, I disagree, brother. That's fine. Roto-Rooter the best. Well, maybe not. Plenty of work. How hot a Roto-Rooter, Messi or Rolando? Maybe with ProPress, it can be automated a little bit. Plumbing can't be automated. It may be able to one day. There's a lot of things it can be. They'll be able to orbital weld with it. They'll be able to do a bunch of different things. But you're right. I think it's a long, long time before robots and AI are just doing our work. Kansas, my condolences. I love that. Master Plumber, 40 plus years in the trades. Justice for all, good for you. I'm like you. I started in 1980. I love what we get to do, so I think it's great. What are your thoughts on Inspector failing a top out for the test plugs not being glue and primered. I think that's kind of crazy, but I'd ask him, show me in the code book where it says they have to be. Anthony Mercer, how are you? Thanks for what you do, Roger. And I love it. No, here's the deal. Thank y'all. And I know I say this a lot, but for every one of y'all that have subscribed, for every one of y'all that have come in and watched videos, for every one of y'all that jump in this live stream, for every one of y'all that have become channel members, I want to say thank y'all for what y'all do. Y'all make it where I get to live the most amazing life. I get to have fun. I get to help people. I get to go live on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, and talk about plumbing. And man, if y'all can't tell, I love plumbing. It is really a cool deal. What's your standard warranty? It all depends. Literally, it's normally, I tell people, look, I'll give you whatever warranty comes with the product, but I guarantee the quality of our work forever. And I know that's tough. My inspector would say, I don't care what the book says. I want it done this way. Don't necessarily disagree. But you can tell him, hey, the book says this way and it's legal, so argue with me. Four-door s'more something resist all. Roger, I love you, dude. You're interesting. Thank you very much, Mike. You're interesting too. What's your standard warranty? Talked about that one. Hey, Mr. Rogers, thank you for all your videos. Help me learn a ton about plumbing. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I read that on the inspector. I agree. What's the starting pay for apprentices? Somewhere around $15-20 an hour. Let me see. It's got somebody sending me toilet emojis or something. What do you pay plumbers comp commission an hour? I've paid plumbers hourly for years. We are getting into comp pay. And I got to tell you, it's performance pay, really. And I got to tell you, if I was a plumber, I would love that because I can make as much money as I want by working more. If we've got 4 water heaters and say, look, I'll install those today. And I'm not saying I can make all I want by ripping people off. I will fire people for that. But here's my thing. If I want to make, $1,000, $2,000 and say, okay, here's how many water heaters I have to install. Here's what I have to do here. Hey, I just sold this big job. Here's when I got to complete it to make $2,000 a day. Can it be done? Can a plumber make $500,000 a year? Man, you line the work up in front of him and show him how. Yeah, I think he could. But guys, remember too, I'm the same guy who keeps saying in the future, plumbers are going to be making $100 an hour on the check. And it's going to be because of supply and demand. So, man, the opportunities we have are phenomenal. If you were cursed by a demon and had to pick a different trade, what would you be? And I couldn't even say that on the air. The thought that went through my mind. Yeah. I'll just smile and say, thank you for the laugh. Jeff Newport says, what's too old to be a plumbing apprentice? Man, that's up to you. I think the oldest plumbing apprentice in Texas that's registered is 80 years old. Justice for All says, Sean Strong. Yes, I know, but it's home. Better for you than me. Terry Teague says, I went to Nexstar seminar. We had Keith Mercurio, good dude, learned some really helpful stuff. I'll tell you what, Terry, to be part of Nexstar is huge because I've been to the business planning workshop and it blew my mind. So I really do. I think that, the bigger companies get, the more coaching and consulting and training they need. I love helping people get in the trades because I'm automatically thinking to teach them how to become the best tradesman, how to think ahead to where they want to be in the future. So, man, the opportunities are out there. We can make as much money as we want to make, but we've got to decide what to do. It's literally up to us. Sean Strong says, Justice for All. I lived in the Oklahoma Panhandle till I was 18. We don't come from the prettiest part of the country. Yeah, you said Oklahoma. I already knew that. 360 Electrician says, Roger, how do you own 2 electrical companies and rank the electrical contractor search on YouTube with 1/100th the subs and barely keep up? Faith and family is my Red Bull. What's yours? I'm going to tell you, and this is what it's funny because we were in there working earlier talking about the different things I'm teaching. And one of them is get the right tools in your toolbox to grow your business. Here's how you do it. I started this 4 years ago, just over 4 years. Nobody knew me as a plumber, not on social media, nobody anywhere. And in 4 years, I become the plumber that people can go to anybody in here can go to YouTube, search plumbing, and you're going to find me. Just look for the mustache. It may not be number one, and it may not be number one every time, but I have been number one for the longest. But I've got normally 4 to 10 of the top 20 videos. That's what you do. Put information out there, be consistent about it, become known as the guy that talks about that. And I'm just telling you, look, I think that what I'm doing is something any good tradesperson can do. Talk about what we do. Talk about how we do it. Teach people how to fix the problems that they've got where most people are screwing them over. And man, I think when you do that, man, you've got it going on. Justice for All says, live in East Central Kansas, south of Fort Riley. What are you sipping on? I fill this up with ice water, just plain water every time I come in here. I drink it. I've actually got a button here somewhere that I should be able to push to give me a break, like a 20-second break to drink water. And yeah, I know I poured water out on the floor. But the cool thing about it is, man, there for the longest, I was going through these coughing fits. And I mean, I've actually got cough drops right here. And I should eat a couple of those before I ever go live because it kind of coats your throat. It's pretty neat though. Drinking the water just kind of cools everything down and makes it amazing. All right. Michael 476, his unions are strong here. I will admit his reaction's kind of funny though. It's normal here. What union company did you work for? I work for Brandt, Beard, and Denali. You only do reaction videos though. No, you need to look at my channel. I've got 850 videos and maybe 30 or 40 of them. Mike 0476 says we make $100 on the check already. And good for you. I do. I think it's coming for everybody, Mike. So when it happens, you're going to be making 200, maybe 150. And I don't know if you're commission or what, but I truthfully think hourly people, T&M people are going to be making $100 an hour. I think most plumbers are going to be making $800 a day. That's not a bad day. So I kind of dig it. How are you? I'm doing wonderful. How are you, sir? The man is back on TikTok. I know. Is there any unions in Texas? Oh yeah, you've got local 100 in Dallas, 72 in Houston. I'm not even going to guess Austin, San Antonio, Waco, and all that. But yeah, man, there's some good ones. And I'm not talking about Dallas when I said that. Sorry, I was talking about Houston. You out of Richardson? Yes, I am. These kids that are coming in are useless, man. And I want to say something about that because I don't think the kids coming in are useless. I think they're totally useless, and I'm joking. What we've got to do, we've got to train these kids. That's why I tell them when kids get in and say, "Look, what do I do to learn?" Number one, respect the person teaching you. Number two, come in to learn. Come in with that mindset. You don't know anything. It's these kids that come in the first day and they're like, "Man, look, just hand me my license. Pay me $50 an hour. I'm a plumber." No, you're not. No, you're not. All right, guys, remember, I got the link to the forum up top. If you want to ask questions that you guarantee get answered, jump over there. Ryan says, are handyman in your area affecting your business and taking work away from you? I really want to say no, but they probably are. Here's why I want to say no. I want to say that I truthfully think most of my customers are higher end customers. They want things done right. They want to pay a good plumber to come out and do the job. So I don't know that handymen are really taking work away from me. They do take work away from the plumbing industry because I go back and fix a lot of job where, man, they've just they've replaced the shower valve with shark bites, and they didn't do it right. So, and if that was you as a plumber, I'm sorry. Even if that was you as a handyman, I'm sorry. I'm really not sorry. Okay, let me see. What is the purpose of a home water something? Smoke tests. Smoke tests are amazing. Or just bought a house getting random smells of sewer of the house, not from the sinks. Yeah, I would do a smoke test. Now I see why they're putting it in there. Man, I've got a great smoke test machine. And I want to see if I can find it because I'm telling you, this thing was phenomenal. There it is. Make sure I get the right company though, because I want to make sure it goes to the one I'm looking at. I mean, who made this thing? See if I can see the manufacturer. God, I can't see y'all. Sewer smoke machine. Yeah, look, Superior. That's the name of it. There we go. Superior makes a phenomenal smoke machine, and they sell some. Man, the smoke bombs that they sell are up. They work so well. And there's other people that make videos that say, "Hey, a smoke test will damage your house." It's like, are you nuts? Number one, we're not putting that much smoke in it. Number two, if there's a leak that bad, we need to find it because the methane gas is going to mess with people. So, man, that I love the smoke test. I think it is phenomenal. So I went on TikTok this morning and it's awesome. Not sure what you saw. Check pressure, make sure it's not high in our check for slab leaks. Put a gauge on it. Plumber comes in, blows smoke through their entire system. And guys, I made a video about it. When this is over, go search smoke test on my channel. I did a video, and I'm telling you, that thing was good. And I like the way we started it out. So you definitely need to check it out if you hadn't seen it. Joseph Lau, yeah. Happy shock point to return. And I'm assuming those are now I know what that is. Joseph, if you'll just put in a yes, or is that all the emojis you're clicking? Because that's what pops up over here, what I just put in there. But I did see the emojis over here. That's funny that it does not bring those over in StreamYard. Justice Raw, not familiar with Fort Riley. So it looks like the rest of the state. Sean is so nice. Bilga says, I've been seeing your face on so many thumbnails on YouTube. So I was like, let me jump in and say hi at least. Keep up the great content. Thank you very much. Look, I love what I do. And I almost feel bad when y'all say thank you. Because this is so good for me. I love what I do. And I love when people jump in. Look, keep up the great content. Look, keep watching. Y'all make it where I get to do what I get to do. I get to help people get in the trades. I get to help recruit into the trades. I get to help them grow in the trades. So I definitely think that I've got one of the coolest jobs that I could ever imagine. So not a bad deal. William Stamara Jr. says, you have a great show, learning so much. Thank you. Justice for All says, no, we are all in the Flint Hills and have rivers, streams, and lakes. Must be nice. Amen. I appreciate that. Come back and see us again. Doug Cruz says, I'm starting. Yeah, and if y'all hadn't done it yet, if you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up. The reason being, it lets TikTok, it lets YouTube, Facebook, it lets wherever we're at know, hey, we're doing something good. So yeah, I just got a heart there. Thank you very much. If you like what you're seeing, dude, just let us know. Because it lets the platforms know. I know now you see my phone. See, now you see we got everything here set up. Right, got TikTok right here. And TikTok, y'all can't see it, but I got Facebook and YouTube going on everywhere else. So this is pretty cool. I'm having fun. But thank y'all for coming. Doug Cruz says, I'm starting the mechanical techniques for plumbing at my local college. What should I expect and how should I approach getting into the apprenticeship? You approach getting into the apprenticeship if it's a union or PHCC, but by going down and talking to them. Now, if you've already got experience, that may help you. If you don't, that's fine too. I have seen them take in green people that don't understand anything. So I know you don't believe it. Sean don't believe it. Show him. Hello, Local 130 Chicago Plumbing Unit. Good to see you in here. They were talking to me about my UA logo here a minute ago. So Ivan, how long have you been in the union? Do you know Robert Melko or Bishop Plumbing? Kevin Holmes says, how do your employees implement that next start training in real life? Man, I tell you, it's not hard, Kevin. If you teach people the right things to do, I mean, think about it. When you climb in a car, you put the key in the ignition before you start it. Once you start it, you put your foot on the brake. Then you put it in gear. If you do things out of order, chances are it ain't gonna work right. If you walk into somebody's house and don't do things in a right order, you still may get done with the job, but chances are it's not going to be right. And what I mean by that is maybe they're not going to give you a review. Maybe you're going to upset them because they didn't know a price because you didn't think to give them the price beforehand. There's steps and procedures you have to go through to do things right. And believe it or not, Kevin, if you do, it's going to help you get better at what you are, because now every time you walk in a house, you're going to know, hey, every time, even before you get to a house, I need to park down here. You need to know where to park. You need to know how to walk up to somebody's house. You need to know how to knock on the door. You need to know, what is your credibility statement? How do you talk to people? How do you walk in and build a relationship with people from the very beginning? Because if you can do this as a plumber, if you can do this as any residential service provider, you're going to make more money because you're going to be better. You implement the training by sending people to training to learn to be better. And to be honest, they're learning one thing: how to become a better communicator. If you can communicate with people the way they want to be communicated with, man, you're going to do fantastic. Justice for All says, I'm repopping a 120-year-old house. At the moment, sewer, drains, and water. Man, good for you. That's a lot of fun. I'll tell you what, Justice for All, if you would, put pictures of stuff like that over on our subreddit. Man, that stuff like that is beautiful. I love seeing somebody take, and I'm talking like before pictures too, because I want to see the way it was plumbed. And then I want to see the way it is plumbed. What did it look like before? What are you doing now? Because to me, man, that is just so cool. Sean Strong says, putting into work. Absolutely. Puzzle says, Honest John from Fievel on American Tail. Hey, been called worse. All right, where did we go right here? Let me jump over into the forum. Guys, I got about 10 more minutes here. If you've got questions you want to guarantee get answered, unless you're on TikTok, go into the forum. There's a link up top. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, go in the forum. I guarantee you those questions will get answered. I'm jumping into the next one right now. Hayden Harris says, what do you start tradesmen plumbers out and or 2-year apprentices? Well, number one, a 2-year apprentice, if you've got 2 years in, you should be ready to get a tradesman license. And I just wanted to clear that up. But man, tradesmen should start out at about $25-$30 an hour. But with us going to performance pay, that's kind of what it's going to roll into. But again, still, I like that because it gives me the opportunity to where I can make as much money as I want to make. That's what it's all about. Want an award for your conversation rate, but god awful salesman. Only thing you have to do is care, man. And that's a good way to put it. If you care about the people you talk with, you care about the people that you're trying to walk into their house each and every day. And this was taught to me by a realtor. His father came and spoke one day, and he's a financial advisor. And a cool thing that he said, look, if you fall in love with every customer you have, you'll never do them wrong. And I thought, man, what a great way to look at it. I thought that was cool. Justice for All says, RTIs need to breathe according to what I was taught. That's what they don't put. Oh, that's why they don't put clean out plugs on them and leave them open. There you go. Atmosphere. I know what you meant. See, Mike Dunn says, I don't know any service shops that's not hiring apprentices or journeymen. Mike, I agree with you. Now, I will say this. We may have enough apprentices right now, but I think if the right apprentice came in and either, look, I've got a little experience, or, hey, I want to learn, I want to grow, I want to be the best. I know we still interview. I think you get the right person that comes in, you say, look, we got to find a way to get this person in here. And I do. I think that's such a big deal. Anita G. Munson Doyle says, Roger, you look absolutely awesome. Thank you. I work hard on this. I mean, this is a dad bod under development. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. Sean says, it's that giant mouse of Minsk. Man. Recent Shark STW, second year apprentice plumber. What do you say should be my first steps? Always try to be the very best. If you do that each and every day that you show up as a tradesman, an apprentice, a plumber, it doesn't matter what you show up as. You come in with the mindset, with the idea, you always want to be the best, and you're going to. Rapunzel. Oh, I hit the wrong button there. How we doing? Brendan Napoli says, shout out from Dallas, best plumbing work out here. Look, I'm in Dallas, so I get it. I love it. Champ Ross says, shout out to Ferguson. Great place to get your plumbing needs. Champ, look, I know you see it pop up every now and then. Look, I love Ferguson. They have done a lot for me. They do a lot for the plumbing industry. So, man, I agree with you there. I'll even pin that one up top. That's really good stuff. Justice for All says, come to work with at least a tape measure and Sharpie and be ready to work. See, I think you set your standards a little bit lower than me. I do think that's part of it. You've always got to come in prepared. Zach D. Munson says, I need help bad. Man, I hope, go over to YouTube and learn how to do what I'm doing. I hope that's the help you're talking about. Let me see. Do you need a lot of money to start your own business? You don't need a lot, but you need to know that you may not make a lot of money in the beginning. So yeah, there's a lot to learn. Recent Shark STW says, plan on specializing in slab leaks. Number one, good for you. I did that. It's phenomenal. Matter of fact, I've been telling y'all, I'm looking at designing my own leak detection equipment. I've got a friend. We did an event. Those of y'all that don't know, if you're ever in Dallas, the last Saturday of the month, man, check me out, because we are trying to do a sponsorship, or we're trying to do a networking event the last Saturday of every month. And there are two top plumbers that were here this last week that are friends of mine. And we were talking leak detection. And I said, you know what? I said, what are you using? And he told me, and he's using the old geophones, which is fine. I think we all start there. So I said, man, I'm going to go get some equipment that I'm working with and working on. And I went out in my truck and got it and brought it back in. And I said, look, I was touching a probe. I said, if there was a leak making that much noise under a slab, do you think geophones would find it? And he laughed. He said, probably not. I said, okay. So I put my headphones on him, pressed the button, and did that again. And he is literally like, oh my gosh. I said, dude, I'm just trying to tell you, it makes leaks impossible to find. So guys, anybody interested in getting into slab leaks, get with me. I'm working on some stuff. George says, I'm in Jamaica right now on vacation. And let me tell you, God bless USA Plumbing. Can't wait to come home tomorrow. God bless. Thank you for your insights. I'll tell you what, George, number one, if you're in Jamaica, God bless you, brother. I'm happy for you. I hope that you're having fun. I'm actually going to try to take a vacation here next week. Okay, so let me see. Zach D. Munson, I thought I read something a while ago from you. I love it. People are like, hey, please read my deal. Okay, it says you need help real bad. I read it. Zach says, my sump pump that comes out of the side of the house has a vacuum problem. Water won't go in the downpipe. Have you tried priming the pump? And I don't work on pumps, Zach, so you're probably asking the wrong person. I would say you got 6 more minutes. Jump in over on YouTube, ask the question in there. I've got a lot of plumbers in there that may be able to help you. All right, back to the forum so I can finish these questions out, because I made a promise I would answer all of them. Question is Adam K. Says, yo, Roger, started learning fabrication and welding soon. Is there any general cultural or behavior tips I should know before starting? Yeah, there is. And man, it's one that's in all the trades. Tradespeople are cocky. And I don't mean this bad. I want you to understand, especially welders. Welders are like, they think they walk on water. Become the very best. It doesn't matter what you want to get into, how you want to get into it, whether it's welding, laying out, plumbing, pipe fitting, I don't care. Always try to be the very best. You're going to gain so much respect by being the best. It will change you for the rest of your life. So I like it. My boy says watching you on TikTok and YouTube right now. So anyway, man, do that. Adam, if you try to become the very best, study every day, listen and learn. Don't assume that you know anything, because I promise you, most likely you don't. How are you dealing with supply issues at the moment? Now, we've all got to be thinking ahead. Are we ordering ahead to keep our truck stocked? Are we doing everything we can to get materials maybe when even we don't need it? I may not need an extra 200 feet of PEX A today, but you know what? If it's at the supply house, why not go ahead and pick it up? So I've got it next week. I think too many people wait until the last minute to go out and get what they need. Then they're like, wait, it ain't here. Well, didn't you know last week you had this job coming up? You might need an extra 300 feet of PVC. How do I get stronger to use tools such as right angle drill and other big tools? Zach asked this. Zach, it may not be stronger. It may just be holding it right, propping it right. If you're using a right angle drill, can you put it up next to another stud, hold it there? Man, it's all about working smarter, not harder. I don't know that you necessarily need to get stronger. Just learn to be careful, learn to prop things up where you can get them in a good position where they're not trying to hurt you. Juan says, any tips or advice for an apprentice who's trying to go for their license? Yeah, I've got the UPC study guide back here. That's what I recommend to people to study by. I think that's phenomenal. It does. It actually helps me, man, just to stay fresh. And the way I use it, I'll tell you all that real quick. I've got a video on it, but literally, I go to the back, look at the answers, mark all the questions, mark them correct. Then what I do is I read it like a book. And I know that probably doesn't sound exciting to a lot of y'all, but I literally go in and I read through it, read the question, read the answer, read the question, read the answer, all the way through the book. And I'll do that for a couple of weeks. Then about 2 weeks before my test, now I'll go through and I'll cover the question or cover the answers. I'll read the question. If I don't know the answer immediately, without any doubt, I mark that number red. Now for the next 2 weeks, I just go through and read the red ones. And I'm telling you, that has helped me get so ready for exams. It has been fantastic. All right, so I'm out of questions over there. We're out of time over here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to speed round these and just go through and answer questions. I'm going to take that off. That way I can just scroll down. I am Roger Wakefield. Recent Truck STW says, I run a truck. Why do you think plumbing is the best of all trades? Because that's why I became a plumber. I think plumbers protect the health of the nation, and that is such a true statement. How to join your membership. If you go right down under the video on the right side, there's a spot marked join. Click on that and it'll take you in there. Justice for All says, Roger, not only a master plumber, also a master HVAC and master electrician. Brother, good for you. I'm not a master HVAC tech, but I am a certified technician. Sean says, what's the best trade in your opinion? There you go. Personally, I like the challenges of both plumbing and HVAC. Justice Ross says both trades will make you scratch your head. Yeah, and your butt. Yeah, hopefully do them in that order. Eileen Joy, how are you? Good to see you. So good afternoon. Ryan says, if you want to know how good your plumber is, take a look in their vans and check how clean it is. If it's clean, they're probably good. Man, I hate to say I was not good at keeping my van clean. I worked out of a bucket and I couldn't find anything in it. There you go, Ryan. I hate to disagree with you. If you run your butt off behind, sometimes you don't get to keep it spotless. Thank you, Justice for All, for having my back. Okay. That sounds like fun, Joseph. I can't do that. Now, maybe I go to shoot the video and come back and share it with y'all. Just saying. Clean truck on Saturday. You clean your truck on Saturdays between on-call work. Good for you. I got to tell you, I do. I like a technician that can keep a clean truck. I was never good at it. Ryan says, most time I agree with you. Sometimes it's a madhouse some days, but majority organizational vehicles say a lot. Man, if you can keep it organized, it does. I think it helps a lot of people out. But I think we all think different too. My truck could have been a mess, but to be honest, I could find most anything I needed. Eileen, you are welcome. Brennan, the poll says, is plumbing a great career to have if you want to live in the country? And plumbing is a great career to have if you want to live anywhere. Elena Joyce says, I want to start my own business. Plumber, 5 years now, just afraid of not getting enough clients. It's going to take a little while. I would recommend right now, start learning, start getting everything done. Whenever I teach people to start their own business, I literally start with like, get your name, get your bank account, get your licenses, figure out your insurance. And then there's so many things you can do to get started before you ever do. And then you get out and start networking, just telling people about who you are and what you do. And before you know it, man, your phone's ringing. Organized truck, yes. Customers, plumbing is a great career. If you share the world, plumbers save more money, more lives than doctor. Yeah, and I mean, I've heard doctors say, look, plumbers save more lives every day than doctors do. God, guys, I am probably not going to get through all of it. Matter of fact, I know I'm not. I'll see how long some of them are. No business law. We just sorry about that, Nate. When no business law, we get in. It's plumbing. It's all plumbing. You do have to take an RPM course to start your own business. Responsible Master Plumber. Everybody on TikTok, number one, thank you. Y'all hang around. I'm going to jump over to you in just a second. If you're on YouTube Live or Facebook, you're seeing me over here. I'm going to jump in TikTok just to say thank you to them real quick before I get out of here. But, man, YouTube, thank you for all y'all do. I love the fact that y'all let me talk about plumbing. You let me get in here, teach, educate, have fun, and do everything I do. So I want to say thank you. I'll say Joseph Lalibert, thank you for being in here. Sean Strong, I have got a great community in here. We are working on things to make the membership even better. We're going to start doing live streams just for the members. We're going to have live streams that we do where members only can comment. So if you want to get in and learn and possibly help you in your education, it's going to be more time with me directly. And that's what we're trying to do that for. So if you're not a member yet, but you want to be, the link's down on bottom, just click join. If you're already a member and you don't like me, just throw rocks at me. We're good. I hope y'all had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. But again, most of all, thank you all for being here today. Like I said, I love what I get to do and I owe all of y'all for it. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to jump in TikTok, say goodbye to them for a minute. But everybody on YouTube and Facebook, thank you so much. I do appreciate you being here. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, helping you make more money in the trades.